fastest you've ended a relationship. My husband jumped up at 2 a.m. saying, "What was that sound? What sound?" I said, still half asleep, but then I heard it too. Multiple voices, deep and aggressive, right outside our bedroom window. I looked over at him, but just as I did, we heard the sound of glass shattering. We heard the sound of multiple men break our downstairs window and start climbing into our house. Neither of us knew what to do, and honestly, I started to panic. But then we both remembered it. My husband grabbed my arm so hard it hurt, whispering, "Get the gun." But before I could even stand up, he beat me to it. He was already reaching for the nightstand drawer where we kept it, and we were both internally screaming as the voices were getting louder. We could hear their thick accents, and I could hear them destroying our living room. The TV crashing, furniture being overturned, drawers being ripped open. They were ransacking everything, grabbing whatever they could. My husband jumped out of bed, firearm in hand, and for a moment I believed everything would be okay because he'd always promised to protect me. But as he was pointing it at our bedroom door, we heard the men start to make their way up our stairs towards our bedroom. My husband's eyes went wide with something I'd never seen before. Pure terror. The men downstairs were shouting now, and I could hear them grabbing our TV, ripping cables from the wall. My husband looked at me, then at the gun, then at the door. He didn't say a word, and just bolted. The bathroom was 6 feet down the hallway, and he covered that distance in 2 strides, slamming the door so hard the whole wall shook. I heard the lock click, then the sound of him pushing something heavy against the door, probably the bathroom cabinet. The footsteps were on the stairs now, heavy and deliberate, and I was alone in our bedroom with no weapon, no plan, and no husband. I slammed our bedroom door shut, my fingers fumbling with the lock, twisting it just as footsteps reached the top of the stairs. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears, drowning out everything else for a moment. Then the banging started. Violent, aggressive pounding that made the whole door shake in its frame. Someone was yelling at me in a foreign language, Russian maybe, their voice getting angrier with each word. I was hyperventilating, my chest so tight I couldn't get enough air, pressing myself against the far wall as I started to panic. The pounding got harder, more violent, and I could see the door frame starting to crack. White paint chips were flying with each impact. My whole body was shaking uncontrollably now, and I grabbed a letter opener from my desk. Pathetic, but it was something. Through the chaos, I could hear the other men downstairs, breaking things, stuffing items into bags, and one had found the bathroom. He was pounding on that door too, yelling at my husband, who I could hear whimpering, actually whimpering, like a scared child. The man at my door stopped for a moment, said something to his partner in Russian, and they both laughed. Not cruel laughter, but casual, like they were sharing a joke about a coward hiding in a bathroom while his wife faced them alone. The pounding resumed with renewed force. Each hit felt like it was going straight through my chest. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think, could only watch as the wood started splintering. With one final kick, the door exploded inward, the lock flying across the room and hitting the wall. He was enormous, wearing a ski mask, pointing a gun at my face, screaming instructions I couldn't fully understand. "You move, you die, don't move, don't move!" I stood frozen in the corner, hands raised, the letter opener clattering to the floor as he advanced into the room. His gun never wavered from my face as he grabbed my jewelry box, dumped it into a bag, then started ripping through our closet. 2 others joined him, grabbing anything valuable. My grandmother's necklace, our wedding gifts, the watch my father gave my husband. They were efficient, practiced, like they'd done this hundreds of times. One kept trying to break down the bathroom door while my husband screamed, "Take whatever you want, just leave us alone," from inside. The man holding the gun on me said something in Russian to the others, and they started moving faster. They grabbed our laptops, the cash from my husband's wallet on the dresser, even our phones. Through it all, my husband stayed locked in that bathroom with our only means of protection, leaving me to face 3 armed men alone. I kept waiting for him to do something, anything, but he just stayed hidden. Then we all heard it. Sirens wailing in the distance, getting closer. The man with the gun cursed in some foreign language, lowered his weapon, and said in broken English, "Your husband is pussy." They vanished down the stairs, out the back door they'd broken through, into the night. The police secured the house while my husband finally emerged from his locked bathroom, still clutching the gun he never fired, trying to explain to the officers how he was establishing a defensive position and protecting the weapon from being taken. But when he tried to hug me, I shoved him away with a fury I didn't know I possessed. I filed for divorce the next day.